What's up guys, Case and Damon here from Four Barrel CrossFit. It's WOD Tip Wednesday, and today we're going to be going over bench press basics. So the first thing that we like to do when we start to teach bench press, that's going to be after we've taught proper pressing mechanics with the push-up. So once we have those mechanics down, that's when we move into the bench press. Now, on bench press, a good way to learn how to set yourself up properly on the bar and on the bench is by just doing the seated drill, where we learn how to pack our shoulders properly, and we also figure out where our forearm position is going to be. So Damon's going to go ahead and kind of go through this right now. He's going to pull his shoulder blades back as much as he can. He's going to go ahead and pull those shoulders down as much as he can to give himself a nice packed shoulder. Now, watch out whenever you pull those shoulders down, don't lose that packed position. From here, he's got his forearms basically parallel to the floor, elbows are relatively close to the side, and this is where the bar is going to come down and meet his ribs or just below his sternum in that press. So this gives you a pretty good idea about how low that bar should sit and also how wide your hand should be. That's one of the common flaws we see with the bench press. Most people typically get a little bit too wide, forcing some internal rotation of the shoulder, losing that packed shoulder position, and putting themselves in a compromised position. So from here, once he's learned where his shoulders need to be, how he needs to pull his shoulders back and down, we can get him set up underneath the bar. So his grip, once again, he's got a basic understanding of where that should be based off that little shoulder drill. Most people are going to be somewhere between 18 to 24 inches. So from here, what he's going to do to get his shoulders into that position, he's going to lift his back up off the bench a little bit, pack those shoulders down, and then don't unrack quite yet, because what he's going to do is he's going to build his tightness from the ground up. So he's driving his heels into the ground, he's squeezing his quads, his hamstrings, his glutes. He's also got a nice little arch in his low back, so if I want to, I can slide my whole arm underneath his back. So the only thing touching the bench right now are his glutes, maybe his hamstrings a little bit, and that nice packed shoulder. As he gets ready to unrack, he's going to take a big breath in and lock that breath in. Whenever he unracks, go ahead. It's just like doing a rep in your set. So once you grab that barbell, you're serious. Big breath in, unrack, just like you would do a rep. From there, he's going to reset his breath one more time. Big breath in, and then go ahead and give me a couple reps. He can actually rep out a couple reps without even releasing that breath. Go ahead and relax at the top for me. Notice as he comes to the bottom, just stay at the bottom for me this time. He's going to hit just down below that sternum. A lot of times when we see people press, they stay a little high. Well, that's a bad position there. You can stay down here. I know that weight's light for you, but let's keep that shoulder in a good position. So he's down below the sternum, basically right where the ribs apex. And then when he's driving, he's got that perfectly vertical forearm, and he's driving straight back up, and he's keeping that shoulder packed the whole time. Go ahead and rack for me. Can you go and sit back up one more time? So actually, go ahead and sit back up. Yeah, so last piece here. The whole time that he's pressing, he's putting that break motion into the bar. So it's one of the things that packing the shoulder does. Can you go ahead and kind of show us that break motion that you're going to put in the bar? So he's turning that torque into the bar. Even when he's in the bottom, he's applying as much torque as he can. You can go ahead and relax. And that's what helps keep that elbow relatively close to the side, so he's not winging out too much. So that's another common flaw that we see is as people hit the bottom, they lose the packed shoulder. They're not applying that brake pressure into the bar. That elbow wings out, and once again, we put all that pressure into that little front area of the shoulder. So name of the game on the bench press is keeping the shoulders back and down, breaking into that bar, keeping a perfectly vertical forearm, and probably going a little bit more narrow than what most people are used to. That's going to be it for WOD Tip Wednesday this week. Check back in next week.